Hello Taurus, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So some of you may have been in a relationship with this person. It could have been in the past, it could be a current relationship. For others of you, this could be a situationship you find yourself in. And for a small portion of you, this could be a connection where you know there's a whole lot of energy and even feelings and emotions, sensual, but no one's really speaking up. It ended as soon as it had started. That's what I'm getting here. It ended too soon. It ended too fast. Yeah, somebody here took advantage of the other person and they really did not get time to get to know them, or take time. They did not take the time to get to know them. For those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what comes up today. And I do have certain reasons why I don't channel spirit guides. All right. We have a challenging situation here. Very challenging, in fact, Taurus. Here we have opening followed by boundaries. After that, we have creativity, growth, victim, surrender, rhythms, mothering, and then we have illusion under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Taurus, what can I say? After all that has happened, it is now that I feel the need, the desire to open up to you, to talk to you about things that have been on my mind, things that have been bothering me. I've hidden secrets, buried them deep down inside. I never really told you what it is that I was hiding, what I was feeling. But things have changed. Times have changed. And I do want to move forward in this life with you, because I want to open up to you and tell you what it is that is in my heart, tell you the secrets that I've been hiding. I want to open up to you and not hold anything back. Honesty is something that I want to work on now. But it's hard to do that when there are boundaries. I know there's distance between us. And sometimes this distance I feel is a good thing. Sometimes it feels like hell. These boundaries that have been put up, for me, to some degree they are necessary. But also, I feel if I had the courage, I could do without them. For now, I am dependent on these boundaries. There's a part of me that wants to create something with you. I want to be someone who's different now. I want to create something that'll be long-lasting for the world to see. A web of love I would like to weave where you are the center of my world. there is a sense of growth, a desire to grow in this connection. I know that in this connection, you and I found each other. But did I really get to know you deep down? Now I realize that everything happened too suddenly, too fast. Things should not have been that fast. It appears that I never really got to know you. And now in my heart there's a desire to restart and to at the very least get to know you on the inside, who you are, what your dreams were when you were young, what your plans are far into the future. What are your fears? What are your hopes and dreams? Before everything that happened between you and I, now I realize and I fear that everything happened too fast, too sudden. I was unable to understand and to learn about you as a human. I was seeing you very much as an object. And that's how I treated you. Like an object. For that reason, I understand if you were upset. And if you feel as if I've turned you into the victim, because I believe I did. This feeling of victimization, there's a feeling of overindulgence. There's a feeling of being taken for granted. There's a feeling of being used and manipulated. These are the things that I did to you. And I am aware of it. I'm not proud of it. I just know that it happened. A part of me has surrendered to you now. Before, things were different. But now things have changed. I feel as if I belong to you and you belong to me. I also feel that in this connection, there's a situation where I have devoted and I have given you my mind, my heart, my body. But you don't know this because even though I've surrendered myself, there are boundaries. How could you tell? How can you know? If you lead, I would follow. But you can't see that because there are boundaries. No matter where I go, no matter what I do, no matter what I wear, how I disguise myself, something happens and I always end up thinking about you. I find it difficult to think straight. I can't be that person that you want me to be. I'm not that person. I may have acted like the person that you wanted, but I'm not that person. I realize now that you are somebody who has absolute unconditional love. You are that type of person who can love, provide shelter, protection, care, that loving sense. I feel that in this connection you are someone who is all that, but who can also make me feel loved. Overall, everything that I feel, everything that we have gone through, I hide and I deny it. I hide behind a veil, I hide behind a false mask, and I don't want you to see how I truly feel. The truth is, I know what I've done, It was wrong. And I have victimized you. The truth is also, I'm embarrassed and I'm hiding from the truth. I don't want to talk about it because I don't know what to say. For now, these boundaries that are up, they cause a problem simply because even if I want to open up to you, I can't. You would never see the truth. You would never know the truth because of the distance. But for me, sometimes these boundaries make me feel as if I am secure because I am not directly accountable. I am accountable, but I have that boundary to stay behind so I don't have to deal with it. Because what I did, I know it was wrong. And that is why I hide behind a veil, behind a false mask. All right. Taurus. What we have here is what I'm seeing, a situation where there is distance, but there's a desire to talk. Now, why isn't somebody talking? Because usually in between here, there would be the card. It wouldn't be the card wisdom, but it would be a lack of wisdom. So not even having the strength. It's a situation where they want to connect with you, but they don't know how because of what they've done. Now, one thing that kind of bothers me here is, yes, they have made you the victim, or somebody in this connection feels that they've become a victim. This could be vice versa. That's rare though, but it could be. I definitely see here a connection that started off quite fast. It could have been very physical. And then poof, it just kind of faded all of a sudden. One person may have thought that they were going to start to commit, or things were going to be a bit more promising. And the other did not. And because of that, somebody here started to feel like a victim because the intentions at that point in time seemed to be completely off. They were not right. It was just completely different from what one had expected. So we do have a situation here where in this connection, it does seem that a lot has happened. A lot of feelings of wanting to open up, but then also hiding, wanting to open up, but then also putting up boundaries. So is there an intention that this person has? Yeah, they do. They want to open up to you. They want to tell you about what's going on inside their heart, inside their mind. However, they're not ready. And the one thing we did not see here was any sort of grief, any sort of regret, guilt, nothing. That card, grief, did not pop up. And that's kind of concerning because this just shows like a slap on the wrist. Ooh, something happened and I know what I did is wrong, but have they actually felt that guilt? Have they actually gone through it? Hopefully we'll be able to see the next upcoming cards. Maybe this person has gone through that. All right. So I have here, all right, there you go. I have here the Lover's Path Tarot. Wow, did I not say strength? I did say strength, didn't I? There you have it right there, under the bottom of the deck. Yeah, so this person at some point in time, they did not have the strength, and that's right now. They don't have the strength. The first set of cards you just saw, that's the present situation. These I read in the past, and I do read this in the reverse. So please keep that in mind when I do read these cards. It's in the reverse. We have here sacrifice followed by strength. Let's have a look at sacrifice. This is for those of you that may not have received any form of closure, and you wanted closure and you never got it. They may have ghosted you. They may have faded. They may have just discontinued the amount of times they message you or they talk to you. So it's maybe once a week or once a month now. It's very scarce. And you wonder, what is happening? Are we even in this connection anymore? And all of a sudden, if they come back, it's like, wow, they're back. But that's not right. Because they are starting to use your emotions. And it's not nice. That's somebody who's trying to use you in the wrong way. We have here sacrifice, which is a really big card, and strength. Now, big by big, I mean like it's impactful. What we have here with both cards, what's interesting, they're both major arcanas. So let's have a look. Strength. And remember, this is in the reverse. This is your person of interest. Like I said before, I did say this in the beginning. I said there's like some cards missing here. There's a lack of courage. There's a lack of strength. This person was not confident. They wanted to be a leader, but they could not be a leader. Here, your person of interest at some point in time had issues. They were feeling insecure and fearful of certain things that had taken place. Certain things happened, they were not ready for it, and they were actually legitimately fearful and scared. Here we have the scattering of energies. So this is when the energy is not focused, therefore the energy is scattered. What ideally should have happened is somebody here should be focused, but they are not, which means the energy is scattered. What does that mean? Their energy is being put out somewhere else or being put elsewhere. The energy is being utilized elsewhere. So the focus is not on the situation, it is on something else. Then we have here strength. Before that, let's just go back. The scattering of energies. Again, let's just go back to the strength card. Yes, sorry, I'm looking at the strength card, guys. If I did say sacrifice earlier, this is the strength card. The scattering of energies. Now, creating discord to weaken others. So it does appear that your person of interest, they were quite manipulative, and they may have done things or said things in a way where even if you were not at fault, somebody here would have thought, maybe I am at fault. So it's strange, but this person has this way of manipulating a situation or putting things in certain types of light where it appears that it's not somebody else's fault. It's not their fault, but it's somebody else's fault. That's what I was trying to say. So I do see here a situation where it's not, there's not a lot of peace and harmony. That's for sure. Because there's a lot of conflict here. And there's a disconnect. So let's have a look here. We have sacrifice. And sorry guys if I read the strength card first. Usually I start from here and then I go here, but it's okay. They both connect to each other. So we have here sacrifice. Yep. This talks about impasse, surrender, patience or lack of, and not really having a lot of compassion. Now remember, it says here surrender, which is really nice because you did have the surrender card. And in the surrender card, I did explain it as the feeling of surrendering to the other individual. Now, that is the current status. So currently, your person of interest does feel this. They do want to surrender. There is a very good feeling when it comes to a sense of belonging. In the past, however, this was a problem. That was not the feeling that they had. They did not want to surrender in the past. Here, your person of interest, they were caught between worlds. A short-term sacrifice was needed to reach a long-awaited goal. Taking care of another's needs, that was needed, even if they were not their own, and if they did not touch their own personal interest. They needed to gain compassion in order to understand a difficult situation and experience. Here we have feeling unable to make the sacrifice that a situation requires and creating difficulties for oneself. So in the reverse, feeling unable to make a sacrifice that a situation requires. And they started to create difficulties for themselves. So what happened here? Your person of interest was either caught in a love triangle. For some of you, this could be a third-party situation. Usually when this card comes up, it is typically a third-party situation because it's them not being able to let go of somebody else. And usually it is a lover. But for a small, very tiny portion of you, this could be literally that perhaps they don't want to be in the relationship because they have to let go of their current status, whatever type of lifestyle they have. Maybe they don't want to move on the other side of the country because they're comfortable where they are. Even if they love you, they don't want to move. So there's some type of a hindrance here, some type of an obstacle that's holding this person back, and that does cause a problem. But the good thing about this card is that it's a pure indicator to show you that they were not willing to let something else go for you. So something else was more important. That's a problem, but it's also a really good card to have because it just tells you it's not a gray area. It's just black or white, right? It's either yes or no. So this is basically a no. Back in the day, no, they did not want to be with you. And this is, by the way, I didn't announce this. This is something that happened in the past. So this is the past. And I look at, what happened in the first place that caused the problem. So whatever situation they were in, Taurus, in the past, they were unwilling to make this sacrifice because they thought it would be a sacrifice. That's the thing. Either they could be stuck in a situation, maybe they're working on a project, maybe they're taking care of a sick loved one, could be anything. Maybe they are married to somebody. Maybe they're living with somebody, they're a partner. Whatever it is, your person of interest was not willing to let go of whatever they were holding on to. They were not willing to let go of that and be with you. Sometimes this is not because of just simple choice. It's because of their circumstances in their life. And there's various reasons why people don't make a change. You remember we had strength, fearful, insecure, right? So if they would have let go, right? If they let go of whoever they were with before or whatever they were doing before, you are unknown territory. You are uncharted territory. And what's the uniqueness of that? The only thing unique about that is that it is completely unknown. And you don't know where you're stepping. You don't know what you're getting into. So is it safe? In all honesty, no, it's not. Anything that we end up starting or getting into in life, there was always this uncertainty because we do not know the outcome. We do not know what may affect us, what factors are going to play in the outcome. So we become afraid. We become fearful. We lose confidence. We lose the strength. So this is something, Taurus, that happened to your person. If you're wondering the reason, okay, they didn't make a sacrifice. They didn't choose me over whatever. Question, why didn't they? Why didn't they do that? The answer is because they were very afraid of the unknown. And they were very sure of whatever they had before. So even if they were in a relationship with somebody else, and if it was hell, unfortunately, as strange as it sounds, they are aware of the levels of that hell. They are aware of everything, the tricks, the mind games, everything of that specific person or the situation, okay? They are aware of it, and they are confident because they're aware of it. However, your situation, Taurus, they were unable to change that because you were somebody completely brand new. They did not know you. And like I said, uncharted territory. You're just completely new. They have no idea what to expect. Here, they know what they expect. everything's going downhill and that's always the way it's been. It's never going to change. That's how they felt. But with you, even if it went all the way up, they were always afraid something might happen and might go downhill. I might as well just be here instead of with this person. Because if I'm going to do this, I might as well do this, and it still might end up being the same thing, which is the victim card. What I'm seeing here is your person kind of gave up. They gave up because they felt that nothing good is going to come to them, but they also felt it's because of karma. And they also felt very insecure, and that's the reason why they didn't move forward. Now, the one thing really bad about this, Taurus, is that is very selfish, right? You can't go on in life trying to just literally play it safe all the time. You have to take some risks, right? There has to be some risks. And the risks usually, what's the worst that's going to happen, right? Somebody makes a mistake. Mistake could be huge. It could be really huge, financially or even body-wise. Somebody may get pregnant or something, but and that could be a mistake. For some people, it's not a mistake. But the consequences could be very severe, right? And this is something that this person wanted to avoid. They're very comfortable where they were. They were uncomfortable going forward. And therefore, they chose what was easy for them. They chose what was comfortable for them, what they knew best. And so they kept their distance. This is what happened, Taurus. You're dealing with somebody here who is very stubborn and very selfish. I'm seeing here somebody who only thinks about themselves because that's all they know. It makes them feel safe. Anything else makes them feel unsafe. Okay. Balloon. They like being in their own little balloon and their bubble. They're comfortable in their own little bubble. All right, I have here the Beginner's Tarot. We'll have a look at any type of plans, any actions, any intentions this person may have, that may take towards you. All right. Okay, let's have a look. We have here the Four of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, the High Priestess, the Six of Wands, and the King of Cups. All right, so earlier I was talking about that sense of guilt, grief, any sense of remorse, right? Well, here we do have a sense of regret, and also a little bit of boredom at the same time. There is regret, but there's also boredom. Realizing that somebody here has not been taking opportunities. They've been doing things on their own. Now they're waiting to see how things may work out. But the problem is they're waiting and wanting things to come to them. Again, very selfish. They're not really moving and going forward and seeing how things are going to be. But they're waiting for the universe to kind of fall to their feet. That's what's happening here. Oh my God. With the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, same thing. Wow. So your person of interest here, it's like this. If it works, it works. But if it comes to me, then I'll take it. I don't want to go after it. And that's a really negative attitude. Part of the reason why is because they don't feel that there could be reconciliation in this connection. They're not seeing that Ace of Cups that's coming from the clouds. They're only seeing and thinking about the things that have happened in the past, that sense of boredom, that sense of sadness. Here we also have the Wheel of Fortune. Yes, they have realized that it's time to move on, but in their heart of hearts, they got their fingers crossed, even their toes. And what they're trying to do is trying to wish for, to see if things will be better going forward. They're hoping for a better future. They're hoping for a spiritual intervention, but they do feel that they don't want and they don't need to really engage in this situation further because they believe that the universe has got their back and that the universe will help them in the way that they would like the help. Here we also have the High Priestess. This person feels that internally they know that there's certain things that should be happening. It could be happening, but they want to keep it a secret. So they feel that they know what the future holds. They feel that they know what this connection is all about, but they stay very silent and they do not talk to anybody about it. Here we also have the Six of Wands, and this does talk about how your person of interest, at some point in time, you guys were close. Then this person separated and was gone for quite some time. This card indicates it is that person who you are thinking about, who's going to be coming back into your life simply because they were there, and then they're gone, and now they're back. So this is somebody who's returning from your past, and they're coming back into your life wanting to be very victorious. They want to be that person who can sweep you off your feet. And this is, it's a wands, so it's very passionate. And the desire here is to be with you, but also to celebrate with you that we've been through a lot. Let's see what happens. Here we have the overall arching theme. Your person of interest is now starting to realize, not only with the surrender card that you had earlier, but now the King of Cups. They are willing and they are wanting to give you a cup of love. They are wanting to give you love. They want this to be a good, solid relationship moving forward. Sorry, guys. That was loud. They want this to be a good, solid relationship moving forward. They feel that in this connection, there's this unspoken love, unspoken bond, and even, it sounds weird. Oh boy, I'm getting the word kinky. It's like what they're feeling right now. It's not, I don't even know if this is healthy. So what they feel is if they're to be with you going forward, the first moment that they'll see you, they just want to like be with you intimately. But it's not such a healthy way of making up. So, for example, make up. Beep, beep, beep. Can't say the word online. But you guys know what I'm talking about. Being intimate afterwards, acting like a bunch of crazy folks because you just haven't had each other in a long time, and then boom, all of a sudden, you're back to square one again. What the heck just happened? This is a problem, okay? Because your person of interest does have a lot of fiery energy inside of them, and they want to be with you. They have that emotion too. But the problem is, I do not see that effort in a typical reading that we usually get. This is somebody who wants to love for the sake of love. This is somebody who wants to have passion for the sake of passion. They want a distraction. That's what you are. You're a sweet distraction. Now, some of you may perhaps be offended. Sorry if I said that. Sorry if I offended you. I do mean that. But it's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the word distracted. They are distracted by you. And this is where that sacrifice card comes in, because they are doing something else or they are with somebody else and you are that sweet distraction. Problem is, sweet distraction, that doesn't stay for too long. That's why these cards don't seem so solid to me right now. So, Taurus, do I see this person coming back into your life? Yes, I do. Do I see them being 100% dedicated to you? I see them working on it, but extremely slow, like molasses. This is so slow. They may seem as if they love you, and perhaps they do, but are they in love with you? Are they willing to commit to you? Are they willing to sacrifice all for you? No, they're not. Not yet, at the very least. Not yet. Are they getting there? It is good. We do have a King of Cups. We do have the Six of Wands. However, these cards don't really encourage me because it just like the person's just sitting around waiting, right? They're not really putting in an effort, are they? No. So if I was you, Taurus, and now that I have this information, just take things slow with this person. If and when they do come back, don't rush into it, because it appears that they need to figure out what their issues are in life. And finally, then they can be with you the way that the both of you, especially you, how you deserve somebody, right? You don't want to be just there. You don't want to just be there, sorry. just to be, a side person for the person, right? Like you want to be their number one. You're not their number two. And that's a problem because your person of interest here thinks of you as a side piece and you are not that. You can't be that. You should not be that. All right. Just going to do a quick prayer. Here we have no need to worry. Oh, past life spiritual connection. No wonder it is very intense. Even this person finds it difficult. And now, Taurus, we also need to understand one thing. When we see the sacrifice card, it also means that you are equally as important as the other person, even though they haven't fully separated from that person or that thing, whatever they're doing. Even though they haven't separated from it, you are on the other side of that coin, right? You are there. So don't dismiss, that fact, because it does mean that you're still important in this person's life. And here it does show this is a spiritually based romantic connection. That's why they're finding it difficult also to let you go. They feel spiritually connected to you. That's why you have the Wheel of Fortune. Let you go. And here, what does it say? Let go. There you go. All right, not bad. Not bad at all, Taurus. It's good. It's good. Okay, so this is a general love reading. You guys all know that. Please understand that. I know some of you are very passionate about, what you write and how you feel about it, but do understand this is a general love reading. This is for like thousands of people. So it might not resonate with you 100%, but some of you, if you are resonating for the majority of the reading, then this message is for you because it is a very good message. Hopefully it does resonate for everybody. Here, first card is the strongest. We have here, no need to worry. So many of you are worried. You're quite upset about this because you don't know where you stand, right? And especially with those boundaries, especially with, the fact that there's something going on here. It's kind of like, I'm seeing the word limbo, right? Somebody here is in limbo. That's a problem. We have here, this is a spiritually based romantic connection. This is romance. It is on a spiritual level. You guys are either twin flame, soulmates, karmic partners, maybe even more. Those are the top 3 that I've seen that are the most intense in terms of energy in a relationship. And then we have here, be assertive. So it does appear that in this connection, certain things have happened, and it's important for you to be assertive going forward in this connection. Let this person know what you're comfortable with, what you're not comfortable with. Let them know what your boundaries are. Have those healthy boundaries. It's important for you to let go as well. Let go of the belief-related issues. Let go of all of the things that you've been holding on to that may be causing problems in this connection as well. But the biggest thing of all is let go of this person. Don't expect too much from them, because if you do, you might just be disappointed. What's interesting is when you will let go, the universe will notice this. This is God, the angels. This is, I'm getting a whole bunch of names now, but celestial beings, okay? This is going to be an opportunity then. An opportunity is going to come to you. Because you let go of something, that means you open the doorway for something new. And that is exactly what's happening here. There's going to be this window of opportunity. So it's a window that you open. It's a window of opportunity that's going to come to you. This could literally be somebody else who has a spiritual connection. This could also be somebody that might just have a normal, an everyday connection. But the typical ones that I've seen that everybody actually connects with. I've never done one reading, okay? I've done thousands at this point of readings. I haven't done one reading where somebody is not connected to somebody on a spiritual level. So I take that back. The opportunity that you're going to get, yes, somebody will be in your vicinity. You're going to meet somebody, and that person's going to be a spiritually based romantic connection. You've either had a past life together, or somehow on a spiritual realm, on a plane of existence, you guys, your souls have actually connected. Your souls know each other, and you will know each other just through your eyes, just through your energy. You'll feel it. I have another channel called Asnointia Audio, and I'd like you guys to later have a look at some videos on that. I'll talk about that in just a moment. There's going to be an opportunity though, but the opportunity will only come to you when you let go, and that's kind of the secret, okay? We also have here, like it says, there's no need to worry, so just trust in the divine. Trust in the divine plan. Why? Because once you do that, there will be success. This is with an exclamation mark. There will be success. This is a beautiful reading right now. There will be success. After you let go, there's going to be an opportunity, success, and the situation that you are in will improve. So ultimately, it comes down to two things: being assertive and letting go. Okay? Standing up for what you believe in. You have to speak up for yourself. Before, there was a lack of growth. Everything just happened so fast. It was not right. It shouldn't have been like that. Hopefully, you will be able to resolve this issue. And sometimes we don't. Sometimes we don't have to resolve it. Sometimes it just kind of stays in the ethers and then just is there. Not everything has to be resolved. That closure, somebody may never give it to you. And the problem with that is you will feel that, okay, the door never shut, so maybe this person's going to come back into my life. Maybe that's why they never shut the door. Usually that's why they do it. But are you going to be that person who's going to sit around and wait? Because you also have time, right? It's your time. You need to utilize that time. Maybe for a few months, a few years go by and, what is this, right? Like, you can't be wasting your time. But it's a difficult emotion to get rid of and to heal from. Love. We have here romance. The romance card here I have kept. I'd like for some of you to go to my other channel, Asnointia Audio. Asnointia Audio on YouTube, and the link is below in the description box. When you go there, you will see that I do have a few videos. Some are on relationship-related advice. One of them is on negative energy. What and who are negative energies, how to recognize them and to keep away from them and destroy them, or rather just remove them from your life. And one of them I have it's a series, and that's on past life spiritual connections. Please have a look at that one. Because for the majority of you, this is a very intense spiritual connection. Mostly I'm seeing here. I'm seeing less karmics. I'm seeing more of soulmates and extremes in terms of twin flames. Because it's extremely passionate, it's extremely hurtful, it's hurting a lot too. And it started off very fast. It's a connection that wasn't supposed to really happen because your person of interest or you already may be busy with somebody, or you may be busy doing something else. Usually these things come at a very odd time in our lives. However, what I do see here, it is a spiritually based romantic connection, so it is important for you to kind of take things slow, because it's a roller coaster, and it is like that snowball effect. It just keeps rolling and rolling, but it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. That's how intense this type of relationship is. And for some of you that want to know more, of course, you can go to my videos and have a look on YouTube. Those videos are absolutely free, by the way. And for those of you that may be interested in a past life reading, I do that as well. And please do have a look on my website, www.asnointia.com. On there, you'll see the location where you can place an order. Sometimes it might be out of stock, so it's just too many bookings already. But if you can't get through, you could send me an email and I can put you on the waiting list for a past life reading. And past life, I would say, It does take me a while, guys. Past life would be for those of you that can't let go, for those of you that feel there's a sense of obsession growing, where it's literally affected you on many levels, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. Then you know, okay, this is something serious and I need to get to the bottom of this. Why is this happening? The good thing about that reading is that I've structured it in a way where I go into your past to see what happened in terms of your karma and your life, and how is it affecting you now. So when we see that, when we connect the dots, it's easier for you to understand how this happened, and it just makes things easier for you to heal. And that's why I have that, because a lot of people have healed. They have felt the sense of closure that they never would have gotten from a typical love reading. It's because I go right into the past to see where the root cause of this problem is. And it's very helpful. It's usually quite nice, because when we go typically into the past, sometimes, very rarely, it's a future reading. But most of them that I have are in the past. People have been married. They've been engaged. They've been betrothed. Most of the stories that I've seen of people, they're very nice. Some of them have been very tragic. There's no doubt. But the majority of them have been nice. And it gives you a different perspective as to what the world was like back then. It's really cool because I love doing it too. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. You guys take care, stay safe, and I will see you all again. Bye now.